Hello everybody, how you doing on this lovely Thursday morning, 19th of January 2017. So got a bit of insomnia, so I had to drag myself out to my home studio because I was clattering about in the house, and I thought, what can I do? So I'm going to go over my pedal board today. Just brought it back from my rehearsal room, and wanted to go over what I'm using for live work. Yeah, give you an idea about how I've set it up. Look, I'm by no means an expert. This is just my version of it, so I wouldn't like to sort of state that I'm anybody special, but this is something that I've been working on, work in progress for quite some time now, and this basically will do me for absolutely any gig. I'm currently playing in a Thin Lizzy tribute band, and this covers it really nicely, but I could do wedding gigs, or apart from the fact that it's bloody heavy and it's not comfortable carrying it about everywhere. But anyway, I'll give you some shots of it and walk you through and hopefully give you some sounds. Okay, cheers. So here's the overview of the board, and I'll just go over them one by one. I come into my Line 6 wireless G30, which is super, absolutely super device. Never had any issues with that. Then after that it comes into the tuner, which again is the standard. I've got the TU2, I know there's a TU3 now, but this has done me well for over 10 years. Then I'm going into my my wah-wah. This is the special, this is the Dunlop Blue Special. I don't exactly know what the model number is, but I really like the sweep on it. It's got no parameter buttons or anything around the side. It just works, again, really well. I just want things that are going to work. Out of that, going into my CS3 Sustainer. Then out of that into my Super Chorus. Then I go into my MXR Phase 90. Don't use that an awful lot nowadays, but when I get the eddies on it, it's sort of something nice to play. Then what happens is I go into my noise suppressor, and then a send and return goes into my tube screamer, followed by my Plexitone, another wonderful pedal. And then out of the noise suppressor I go into my volume. Now you might say, why don't I go volume at the start? But actually I find that if you have the volume in between your delays and reverbs and boosts and your other stuff, it's a nice place to have it. You get a good control over your overall tone. Then we go into the Line 6 DL4 digital modeler. I've got 3 presets set out. I'm going to play them for you in a minute. Then into my Hall of Fame reverb, which my wife bought me for my birthday or Christmas a couple of years back. That's really great. And then I've got a MXR micro amp. Now I don't really use that to push the front of the amp. I use it just for a boost, although I have an excellent boost on the Plexitone. It's got something like 20 dB on it. I mean, as you can see, I've only got the boost very low, and it works really well. Coming over to I might as well go over my amps while I'm here. I've got a couple of old Fender Super Champs which are nice to run in stereo. I've got a Marshall 2x12, Fender Deluxe, which I'm going to be going through today, and sorry, I've got a Marshall Anniversary, which I've had this one for years and years. Works like a dream, but not really right for what I'm doing at the moment with Thin Lizzy. So I got this 2204 Marshall, and it's 100 watt. I've got to say, it is the sweetest sounding amp. It's like a big brother to the Fender Deluxe, really, as opposed to a Marshall. It's got beautiful tones. There's my Les Paul, 1990 Les Paul. I might do something on that later on. I'm not going to show you the rest of the studio because it's way too messy. So let me go over the pedals, and I'll play you a few bits and give you some sounds. Okay guys, so just to give you an idea of what my basic sound is, it's I'm sorry if it sounds a bit quiet, but two things. I don't want to overload the speaker and I don't want to wake the family up, so hopefully you can hear that okay. Going through my trusty Strat. So, as I said, into the tuner. Again, it's got nice increments. A bit sharp on a couple of things. And then I've got my wah-wah. Then we go into our sustainer. Now, compression is funny. The way I've got it set up, I like it to I use it to sort of limit the output. Now, it's not performing as it should because I'm at low levels, but normally I may stick that on to give me a bit of extra drive through my overdrive pedals, because it will push it a little bit more, and that's quite fun. Then I've got my super chorus. I've got the effect level up quite high because I like to hear that, and then I've got the phase 90, which if I put a bit of I'll tell you how prepared I am. I haven't even got a pick. Anyway, and then I've got my tube screamer, which just gives me that little bit. I tend to find it goes very well with the Fenders, not so very well with the Marshalls, but actually the 2204 it goes a little bit better with, but I stack my gain. So the Plexitone here has got a drive, crunch drive, and then you can add a high gain. That's if you want sustain for years and years. Again, I'm at low level at the moment, and then you've got this. I mean, you can hear that boost, and that will work just if you're, you know, totally independently. Then I've got my volume. Now, this particular volume pedal, it's a bit of a cheap Chinese thing, but it just backs off my main level if I need it. So actually, I have it sort of cocked back a little bit, and then during the gig, I've got a little bit of space to move forward without going to the amp and upsetting anybody, so they can't actually see what's going on here. So a bit cheeky, I know, and I'm sorry to my musical colleagues that might not have known that. Then I've got my delays. I've got 3 patches set up. That very fast one. Then I've got my Welcome to the Jungle delay. And then I've got a slightly longer one, and then I can tap in whatever I'm. That's quite nice. Then I've got my Hall of Fame reverb. Now you probably can't. I've got a very short plate on that just to give me a bit of depth when I've got the thing on. Now I've totally forgotten about the noise suppressor. Anyway, let's just come back to that. Then I've got the micro amp. You can see that really does crank things up. I've tried putting that at the beginning of the chain and cranking it and pushing the front of the amp, but quite frankly I've got so many overdrive pedals I don't know what to do with them. And then I've got the noise suppressor, which I can never tell when this thing's on or off. There you go, it's on. Off, on. You can't really hear it, it's low levels, but trust me, it's the best thing I ever got. Again, don't upset any more of my musical friends now because I'm totally silent. So that's my setup. Bonus pedals, I had a video out before going over the C9. I might put that at the beginning of the chain because you need a good strong signal for that, so it might go there. And a couple of pedals that I love but haven't got room for them. An original Marshall Governor, which absolutely love, but again I'm going into Marshall, so I wanted something a bit more. It's special, and I've got a nice old DS1 distortion, which I've never really found my voice with, but I'm going to keep it because you never know, I might join a metal band one day. Anyway, so that's the long and the short of it. That's my pedal board, that's what I use. I've got some Boss ME50s and ME70s if I'm doing a little fly gig or something small or a small rehearsal, but generally that's what I use. So I hope you found it informative, and look, have a great day, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay, give me some comments and likes, and let me know what you think of the board. Cheers. Hey guys, so that was quick going over of my pedal board at 5 o'clock in the morning. Hope you appreciate the work I put in to my channel, and if you have any insomnia tips, please let me know. Sorry I'm talking funny again. I've got these teeth whitening strips in again. Maybe I'll review them, I don't know. Anyway, until the next time, take care. Bye.